What's up, guys? Fangoria Magazines 84 here. Now, I'm wanting to put the overlays of the 4 Fangoria magazines that I just recently ordered. So, yeah, I totally just did that because I'm awesome. But, yeah, it's like Adam's Family, Army of Darkness, Total Recall, and the Bram Stoker's Dracula. And I read an article in the Total Recall one because I got that one sent already. There's this really cool character actor guy that like voiced Chucky, and I really wonder why that guy didn't really have a career that kind of skyrocketed because he was a really good character actor and he was in an episode of X-Files season 1. And that guy, he's talented, and I just don't understand why some people have like awesome talent and they're relegated to actor status. But you know, whatever, it's all good. It's just interesting. I want to read those articles. Fangoria magazine is more reading, but I remember when I was a kid, there was like really awesome like Halloween masks, but they were like really well done, really well done, and you can just order them. And I wonder if you can still do that, and I wonder if Fangoria is still around. I think is it alive in online form. I think Mad Magazine still comes up with the magazines, but anyway, I was trying to get this game to boot and have it, you know, in the background, and I guess I got a little bit upset off camera because that happens. But I'm not allowed to be upset on camera. It's a rule that I set for myself because I don't want to alienate my fans, my 2 fans, my 1 fan. Gonka. But okay, hey man, yeah, like when I hit A, it goes or start, it goes back to the original menu. Now I have this modded system that I'm running off of, but I'm gonna get a Japanese system and see if it works. I don't understand why it's like that. It's just this game. I guess you just need a Japanese system. Yeah, like this little phone piece, it's like indented. It's kind of dented or a hole poked through it or something. That's because like I was moving cords around the other day and this fell on the ground, and of course something like that happened. But it's okay. It's just a piece of foam. It's just it's one of those Sesame Street characters' noses. I stole it. It was like that episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark with Zebo the Clown. I went up to that Muppet and I snatched it. And I went home and I had a big old bowl of pudding. And then I heard something, and then I dropped the bowl, and then there was like pudding everywhere. And then I turned around, and I saw a big old footprint with a Z on it. Only it wasn't pudding. It wasn't pudding. But anyway, yeah, this is Seaman. Yeah, I was talking about Leonard Nimoy, and it's just so crazy that I watched like Invasion of the Body Snatchers, and Leonard Nimoy was in that. And you know, I'm just a big Trek fan in general and stuff, and it's just kind of crazy how the universe kind of goes back to common themes and common threads. And like a young Jeff Goldblum was in Invasion of the Body Snatchers, and he is apparently going to be in that new Lost World movie. No, not Lost World, but you know, Jurassic World movie. And I got that recently to, you know, to just watch that because you know, the sequel is supposed to be pretty good, but you never know because I watched that Deadpool movie and I heard nothing but good stuff, but it's not as good as the first one, and it's really crass and stuff, and I just don't recommend watching any of that stuff anyway. It's kind of a waste of time and stuff. It's really kind of a shame because there were like 2 ladies that went, ladies putting it nicely, but they brought a like what looked like a 3-year-old toddler and a 5-year-old into the movie theater to watch Deadpool 2, and it kind of ruined my experience because I was just thinking, this is the future, man. Like, you can't be scarred. Like when I was a kid, I watched one of the Freddy Krueger movies. I think it was like Freddy Krueger 5. It's the one where Freddy Krueger put like a pencil in some dude's ear or something, or he did something to the dude's ear and like was like dropping pins and stuff on purpose because like it would, like, you know, the sound was just so acute, but and just severe. And you know, like that really kind of stayed with me, and it kind of, you know, like I got scared from Ernest Scared Stupid because of those trolls with like the goblins with the snot and all that, and just like the atmosphere of that movie. It really kind of just affected me. And if like tame stuff like that affected me, imagine a 3-year-old or a 5-year-old. Like they're not even old enough to really process this stuff yet. And yet, I mean, that's child abuse. And we got people just on the road, like with their cell phones, and they're just like so. I don't know, just like I get reminded from time to time, like on how bad reality really is, and it really is bad out there, guys. Like I guess I'm kind of sheltering myself from it, or I'm just kind of in denial about it because I've been watching just all of these like 90s shows and DVDs and stuff. You know, I've just been watching stuff like that. Like I got Mad TV over here too. You know, I just you know, like I got some like Are You Afraid of the Dark and, you know, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. But I mean that's 1978, but it's still classic. It's good. But I'm just really wanting to be into an innocent time and stuff, and it's just like it's good for my psychological and mental and biological health. Like my blood pressure's gone down because I'm just like focused on more innocent times because I want to be an innocent person. I want to be wholesome, and as human beings we can be what we want to be, you know. I just want to help other people. I just want to help people to be like uplifted, but you just can't. You can change yourself. You can't change everybody else. But anyway, I'm always talking on and on and on. But I mean, I love this. It's kind of like a vlog, you know. When you're driving, it's a driving blog. But yeah, this is. I forgot what I did with the case. Well, you know what? I guess I got the case right here, actually. Yeah, this is Seaman, Japanese version. It's about time that we get to this because you might be thinking, hey, Dreamcast 84, you already did Seaman. Well, that was the 2001 version. And then I did Christmas Seaman. And I'm doing this on principle because we're getting ready to do the NTSC version. And I just want to tie things up in a neat little bow. I want to tie things up in a neat little bow. Hold on. I'm not done. Not done yet. I'm driving. Remember, I don't know if you guys remember all that Purple Pig crap, but I had Purple Pig on it. Like he was like, he broke the fourth wall. He's like, I'm driving. Neat little bow. Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders, yeah, he had a little bow action. But Seaman, Japanese version. I want to get farther in the game. I'm just gonna play it and see if I can get past like the little Gillman stage where, like, you know, they're just floating around and they're just like they're teenagers and they're like, whatever. I want to get a little bit past that, but I'm just gonna have to like play this old school. I don't think there's any game saves that I can upload, but yeah, enough old man, not, you know, old man, 33-year-old just talking, you know. Let's talk about current stuff. Let's talk about I don't even know what's current. I don't know, but yeah, Seaman, Japanese, good time. Yeah, yeah.
このメモリーカードにはシーマンのデータがありません。 ようこそムッシュガザへの実験室へ。今あなたが目にしているのは同居型育成シミュレーションシーマン禁断のペットです。あなたは今まさにここガザへの実験室で伝説の生物いつでもスキップできます。さあ、それではどうぞ水槽の方へご案内いたしましょう。
Oh yeah, he was talking for a good long time. Just hit the start button. It's telling me to hit A, I think, because I see that A. So yeah, this is the part of Seaman where you turn up the heat and you turn on the air, which gets rid of the, the brown hue, And there's a way you can zoom in. Yeah, you do it with like the you hold down the X button and you go back and forth with the analog stick, holding down the X button. And as you can see, you can kind of see a little bit more of the stage as you turn the air on. It starts off like any other Seaman game. We've played the version 2001. Oh, the light needs to be turned on. Yeah, now you can totally see. Yeah. And the heat, I guess it needs to go up to like 19. I forgot what the number was exactly, but if you exceed that certain number, that's not good. It's okay. The range is like 15 to 19 or something like that. Let's be a little bit easy on it. The air can go up to 100. But yeah, this is just basically what you gotta do. And if you refer to my Seaman 2001 video, I don't know, like I might try to get some footage of the this little conch shell thing. You drop little jams into the water and then it eats it, and then it there's this like creature that poops out the babies basically, and it's crazy. And I guess I'll try to get footage of that. But basically, yeah, you just optimize the temperature and stuff and make it good, and then you drop the little jams, you drop the little pellets. So, and then you adjust the time and you do that. And I'm gonna try to play a little while, and it's gonna be. I'm not looking forward to this like totally, but I'll see what I can do. Just playing, and try to get a little bit beyond the teenager phase where they're like talking back to you and stuff. It's kind of funny if you think about it, but it's in Japanese, so it's just gonna be a bunch of gibberish. So yeah. Yeah, let's just drop the thing so we can just show you how it's done. I heard my VMU beep, but that's the egg. It starts like morphing and looking cool, and then it splits off, and you get the little tadpole creatures, and then that conch shell thing eats the creatures, and it's cool. Hey guys, this is kind of a cop-out, but I put in the NTSC version of Seaman because I accidentally dropped a pellet in the water, and those things are important for later in the game, so that made all of that little progress null and void. And this little conch shell, as you can see, it's got its little ink blot thing going on. It's doing its little metamorphosis. The little tadpole things, they went off. There was like 6 or 7 of them, and this one right here was not eaten. So, when you tap on the glass, the little tadpole thing, it goes up to the little conch shell, but the conch shell's not hungry right now. It ate enough, and it's going to do its little metamorphosis thing where it's going to escape the shell. And you might have already seen this footage. This is rudimentary footage that we've already covered. But I figure that, you know, hey, it's a blessing in disguise. I can play this game, reach to a certain point, maybe show you, you know, when they're little teenagers and when they're talking. Because I don't think that I showed footage to where they were actually conversating. So that would be interesting footage, which will make this review long. But so it just gave birth to this. Kind of already speaks English because it was laughing. But that nautilus, that conch shell is the mother, and that was its primary function. And now it's going to die a painful death. It's going to be crazy to look at. You can try to talk to the fish at this point. Hello. Hello.
Bamboo.
Mamboo. What's up?
Later.
Yeah, they kind of talk, but they don't speak English just yet. I'm not sure if they eat these little tadpole things, but yeah, I guess I'll start rolling once the weirdness happens with the conch shell, I guess. Oh wait, it just kind of disappeared? That's weird. Huh. Let's zoom out and see what's up. That's very strange. I've never had it just disappear like that. Yeah, you guys seen that? Yeah, I just started recording because the gillmen started to suck each other's blood using the tube that is on their head. That's how Leonard Nimoy phrased it. So we're back to turning the heat up and stuff. Let's look at some of these fellas. There's going to be more cannibalism, I'm sure. Once I hear that blood-sucking sound, I'm going to zoom into whoever's killing who. But I gave them 1 pellet for starters, but I don't think it's going to penalize me because Leonard Nimoy mentioned something about that. I was going to mention that the internal battery for the Sega Dreamcast, it might be good on this modded system, but the internal clock goes bad a lot because the batteries for the Dreamcast went bad a long time ago. If you're playing Dreamcast right now, you're probably playing on a used system that has a dead CR2032 battery or whatever kind of battery they use. Yeah, it's happening. See, the carnage. Oh, the humanity. Look at it's just nightmare stuff happening. But that's what happens when you let nature take its course. Yeah. Can you pick it up after he's dead? No, he's just a part of the scenery now. Kinda sucks. Sorry, dude. Let's talk to the killer. Hey, dude, what's up?
Lloyd.
Yeah, they're not speaking English yet. Yeah, I'm not trying to make this video super duper long, but it only took like 4 days, and they're in their little teenage stage, and I said hello to one of them. Let's say hello to this one. Hello. Hello.
Blue bubble.
Blue bubbles. Okay, that makes sense. Hey.
No, not sleepy.
I didn't say anything. See, the microphone technology is not like perfect, but you do conversate. He'll ask you questions and stuff after a while, and by he I mean the one that cannibalizes the winner. You know. How are you? See, I'm holding.
What do you care?
Yeah, because I check once a day because I check my I change my internal settings, and this is what I was talking about with the teenage phase. See, he's
I'm not really friend anymore.
Not afraid anymore. That's something very creepy to say right before you kill someone. I wonder which one said that. I'm not afraid anymore. What, you're not afraid to use your tube, or was it the victim saying I'm not afraid to die? That's very spooky, very scary. here's a second instance of just murder. But yeah, it'll go down to just one, and you'll be able to conversate. How's it feel?
What do you care?
So what do I care about murder? Ethics. Baby, okay. So I guess it's okay for babies to kill because, you know, we can forgive that because of cognitive dissonance. But this one looks, he's got victim written all over his face. Yeah. Yeah, so they're finally talking like an adult. They sound a lot like George Takei. I've mentioned George Takei before on my channel, but he does sound a lot like him. So, oh my. It's crazy how George Takei and what's that? The chick that played Uhura, Nichelle Nichols. They hate William Shatner, and they had that like William Shatner roast, which is just so cringy and is just the biggest mistake. It's like the worst thing ever. It's like there's some really bad William Shatner movies like Kingdom of the Spiders, and there's this other one that I just researched yesterday. I forgot the name of it. But let's talk to this guy real quick. Hey, what's up?
So does your mother.
Yeah, he like hates you and stuff. He said, so does your mother.
I have to tell you. Your caregiving has left something to be desired. Please try to pay closer attention.
I'm not, man. Like, off camera, I picked him up and stuff and, like, left him out of the water for a while and then just kind of, like, flung him back in the water. You can't, like, fling him back in the water. You just kind of drop him because the game is limited like that. But they were saying, like, I don't like you and stuff. Basically, they were like, I don't, you know. I was like, how are you doing? It's, like, not good. They don't like my caregiving, but I'm trying to do this as fast as possible, as opposed to being just the complete, you know. Leonard Nimoy said I was punctual because I go and you know, check on them once a day at the same time, but the fish want a little bit more attention. But I don't care. It's whatever. I just kind of wanted to show a little bit of the interaction because they got past the little teenage stage. Hello.
Yeah, hello. Whatever.
They got attitudes, you know. How are you?
Eh.
Well, hey, that's better than, you know, the snot-nosed remarks they were giving me.
Hey, I've got something to say. Hello, I just remembered something. Some of my memories are coming back. There was this French man named Jean-Paul Gasset who was trying to raise me, and he made this cage to hold insects. And there were a lot of really tasty-looking insects in it. Is it still there? Can you take a look? Okay, so after a while, some moth larvae will start growing in there. When that happens, use the L trigger to switch screens and grab a larva and drop it in here. Can you do that for me?
So yeah, this is just a whole nother room, and, you know, he was talking about dropping larvae. I'm sure you don't drop the pellets, so what I'm going to do is just keep this room as moist as possible. There's spray, and I think there's a light as well. Actually, it's just spray. I can't hit left and right on the D-pad and change it to where I can change the lighting and the temperature. So I guess it's just one stagnant temperature. But yeah, if you mess up one little thing, it can mess you up. It can mess you up. So I already kind of regret putting that one pellet down, but Leonard Nimoy did say it was okay. What was I saying about Star Trek earlier? Just yeah, these Star Trek characters hate Leonard William Shatner, and at the time he was kind of like saying stuff at fans, like he wouldn't show up to conventions. He said to his fans, "Just get a life" and all this. And of course, that didn't go over well with the fans, you know. I guess I'll just check on the larva. You know, adjust the times and do that. Hello. Hello.
What's up?
This last time I did.
It's rather difficult making out what's on the other side of this glass, so let me inquire. Are you a male or a female?
Male.
You're a male of the species, eh?
Yes.
Well, I was hoping to meet a lady, but I guess I'm not in a position to be too choosy, am I?
Gynocentrist. Freaking just prefer to talk to a lady. Well, I got nothing positive to say to him. What can I don't know, man. It's like, I would prefer to talk to a lady. I mean, that's insulting, man. You know, like, we play these video games to be just kind of escaping reality and gynocentrism, and then this is just reinforcing it, you know? Yeah, I'm not sure if I had to edit around that clip, but he was basically asking me, it's like, are you a man or a woman? I said, man. He said, are you sure you're a man? It's like, yeah. And then he said, I was hoping to talk to a lady. And like, I'm just talking about how that's just gynocentrism and how we play video games to escape from all of that crap, and here it is just reinforcing it. I'm always thinking about that. Like, I was watching Are You Afraid of the Dark last night, and it was just reinforcing pair bonding. It's like, oh, you gotta be with people. You don't want to be alone and stuff. But if you spend time and you're like alone with yourself, you can get really comfortable with being alone, and you know, just, you know, be really happy and content and like research stuff and like really like grow as an individual. But you know, hey, I think just being social just keeps you from researching things and actually being more analytical and stuff. It just keeps you from your higher self, being social a lot of the times. I think I don't really get much enrichment from people. And unfortunately, this fish is brainwashed into all of the other, not a very independently minded fish here. Hello. Hello.
No. But thanks for asking. No, really.
He's such a jerk. Like, he'll accuse you of being a jerk, but then he'll be the biggest jerk. You know what I'm saying? That's a gaslighting narcissist for you. Alright, cool deal. There are these larvae that developed or whatever. Pretty sure I got to, let me turn the air up. I turned the heat up a little bit too much, but, you know, they'll deal. The Gilman. Hello!
I'm a little hot.
Yeah. I'm holding down the A button and recording. Once you say hello and stuff, you just hold down the A button to do it and talk into the microphone.
Oh, good. I was boiling.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about some food, eh?
Yeah. I was talking about how that roast of William Shatner was just the most horrible thing I've ever seen. It just makes me kind of like cringe just thinking about it. But Leonard Nimoy warned William Shatner. He said, basically, why are you doing this? This is not going to serve you at all. I guess they presented William Shatner with a bunch of money or something, but it was just kind of a hate fest. And I just don't really understand why people really like Nichelle Nichols or Sulu. We could, George Takei.
I'm a little hungry.
You know what I mean? But let's feed them this larvae, because I just think that they just kind of use their. I mean, what do they do? I mean, Star Trek really catapulted their careers. You know, what would they be without Star Trek? You know what I mean? And then they just hate on William Shatner.
Use a snack.
I mean, yeah, he might have been a narcissist and kind of like wanted the limelight, but like William Shatner had to be reminded of the fact that people loving Spock was like a good thing because people were liking Star Trek, and that was the same show. And I mean, what is that show without Kirk and Spock? It's, you know, it's like a little duo action. All right, so let's see what happens here. I believe that they eat half each. Let's see. It's kind of a free-for-all, though.
Oh, yummy
Okay.
baity goodness.
They so sound like George Takei. It's crazy that they sound like George Takei.
Oh,
I always say
yummy
Takei,
baity goodness.
but you can mess up Leonard Nimoy. I think it's Nimoy, but it's Nimoy or something. I think the other one got that piece, but
I couldn't eat another bite.
yeah, I always mispronounce the names, but yeah, we're just talking Star Trek stuff basically.
Delicious.
So yeah, we fed them a larva. That's a kind of something I guess we didn't really show with the previous 2001 version. I'm kind of rewatching that now in between loading up the internal clock stuff. Yeah, I might just go ahead and export this video and then try to show like maybe a little bit later stage. But then for the NTSC version, which is this version, I'm just going to you know, pick up from this game save and just keep doing what I'm doing. I think that's a good way to go about it. Hello!
Hi.
How was your day?
So I was led to believe I would be cared for by a fairly young, responsible human being. So far this has proven to be true, but I am wondering about your age now. Tell me, are you in your, 20s?
No.
Oh, Well, then perhaps you are a teenager. Is this correct?
No.
All right, I'm tired of guessing. How old are you then?
33.
You're 33 years old?
Yes.
Yes, a 30-something. The body doesn't feel as good the next day after a night of revelry. You can't stay up as late. It's tough growing old.
Limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs. Like, he's got, you know, I work with people who were like that too. They're like, hey, we ain't getting younger. And they don't really put into account diet and nutrition and exercise. Like, I'm on the ball with that type of stuff, and I feel pretty good. I don't have joint pain because I'm not constantly eating. You know what I mean? Like, if you're just constantly eating like stuff with like inflammatory properties, you know, like high sugar content is like all over the place. Caffeine and stuff just blows up your blood vessels and stuff. You know, I mean, of course you're going to get just a bunch of, like, societal reinforcement propaganda crap from a game like this, I suppose. But, yeah, just, I was just watching a MGTOW video. It's from, you know, who other than Barbarossa, the thinking ape, Stardust or whatever. And Stardust, you know, Barbarossa, Barbar or whatever, he was talking about how human beings are not rational, we're emotional. Where you can present facts to people, but it will never hit home. But if you present facts like, you say, hey, eating healthy foods is good for you because it'll help you, you know, it'll clean up your processes, it'll make you more efficient internally and all this and all that, that's lost on people. But if you say, eating healthy is good because it has health benefits and you live longer to be around your children, then it hits home, then there's a motivation, then people eat better. And it just kind of astounds me that people don't really take facts into effect. So I don't know. You know, I'm not virtue signaling, but I am striving to reach my own conclusions and stuff. And I think that you know, when you're left to your own devices and you're, you know, not caught up in all of the...
I think I can.
He's mocking me. But if you're not caught up in the whole rigmarole of all of the, you know, societal crap, you're not slowed down, you know. So, and then you can become Nikola Tesla or someone great. But just talking on end about stuff like that, I think that's their dumps. I think
Here it comes.
Yeah, one of them's taking a dump. Oh, I think it was that one. That's the face of a dump taker right there. I used to give dumps, now I just take them. But, yeah. The larva and stuff, Leonard Nimoy will tell me what's up. This might be a good place to just stop, because I can just kind of talk to him now. Hello. Hello. What's up? Hello? Hello?
What's up?
What's going down?
What? So, what month is your birthday in?
August?
You were born in August?
Yes.
You know, August is often known as the dog days of summer because the dog star is in the sky during that month. Well, I find that interesting.
Yeah, and he'll ask you all kinds of stuff. He'll ask you stuff about your mom. And it's kind of funny that he gets really super personal. But I don't know. I mean, you don't have to worry about data collection. I mean, this stuff's not online or nothing. But yeah, it's just kind of odd how he gets super personal. Where he's just a fish. You don't really care about him. Like some scientist made him. That's all that's all you really need to know about him. But hey, what up? So I don't know what to say.
What?
You hungry?
No, leave me alone.
Sure, I'll leave him alone.
So, what day is your birthday on?
The 2nd?
The 2nd?
Yes.
You share a birthday with Peter O'Toole and Judge Lance Ito. I suggest you call them up and have a group party to celebrate.
Who's Peter O'Toole? I know who Judge Ito is. It's the guy who got OJ off. Peter O'Toole sounds like some author. I'm gonna put an overlay and figure out who Peter O'Toole is. Right on, in the narration, Leonard Nimoy said that I could name one of them. I'm thinking about naming one of them Biscuit, just for no reason. They're hungry, so I'm going to give them a larva. I went ahead and sprayed this room because, we were at 100. So let's just feed them larva.
My stomach is growling.
They're always complaining. They're more vocal than babies. That's why babies cry, because they know that they can get attention.
Hey,
and
thanks for the food.
Female babies get more attention because of gynocentrism, and then they're just
Hey,
coddled.
thanks for the food.
Us men, we're forced to, learn and live and be awesome. And we are awesome. We just don't need society to tell us that. Hello.
Hi, Fuzzy.
I will give you a name.
I've been thinking about this, and if my calculations are correct, you must be a Leo. Most of the Leos I've met were really self-absorbed. I hope you can make time for your little friend here. Yes, I'm talking about me.
So, basically, I gave the 2001 version, which looks to be identical. I don't know what the difference is, but I gave that a 6.5 out of 10 because of the language barrier. The Japanese version, I would imagine the questioning and stuff, the basic gameplay is there, but with the questioning and everything, you really want to enjoy it in English. That's why the NTSC version, I don't think this was released in PAL. Sorry, Gollum Cone, I don't think it was. I'm pretty sure I looked on Wikipedia or something about that. I think it was Sega Retro said that. I always refer to SegaRetro.org. I will give you a name.
Okay, I'm going to let you give me a name. When you've decided what you want to call me, say, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
All right, then. Here's how to do it. You're going to say my new name 3 times. Each time I say now, say the name once. Got it? Now.
Biscuit.
One more time.
Biscuit.
One more time.
Biscuit.
Okay, I'll remember that. Next time you want to call me using that name. And don't forget the name you gave me, 'cause if you do, I'm not going to tell you what it is. Well, until next time, bye.
Okay. Yeah, but I'm thinking 6.5 is a little bit too low for the Japanese version, but at the same time, it's not, I don't know, it's a little bit realistic because of the immersion factor. I guess a 6.5 for the Japanese version is good. I would give the NTSC version a 10, of course, because we can speak English, and I don't know, 6.5 does seem a little bit unfair, but it's not like a fighting game where you essentially get the same experience. You know, this is not as much of a game as it is a simulation. So I guess I'll double down and just give this one a 6.5 as well. I mean, the Japanese version. I'm playing the North American. I cheated again. We're playing the NTSC version. But yeah, this is a really cool, interesting game. It's one of those genre-defining. It's one of the games that defines the Dreamcast for sure. It's on up there with Space Channel 5, Sonic, Ready to Rumble. Actually, you know, that comes to mind when you're thinking about it. Jet Grind radio characters. You know, I mean, just games you think of when you're thinking of the Dreamcast, right? So I give the Japanese version a 6.5. Why not? Do I recommend? No, because the NTSC version is better. I recommend the NTSC version over this one. So, right on, guys. I appreciate you watching, and yeah, we're gonna carry on from this point for the NTSC version.